No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Tapped In 209. It's me, it's Drew. We got Alvin, and you guys will be seeing K-Mud and special guest Diego Hernandez later on in this episode. Um, Pretty simple to start off for this week. We're going to be talking about our bowl games. We're going to be looking ahead at playoffs. And we will touch on basketball this week. We're really starting to get into it as basketball season's rolling around. You guys are going to see our top 10 going into basketball season. We'll get into more of that later. With that, let's talk about our bowl games. Turlock goes on the road to Lincoln, and Lincoln blows them out of the water to end the season 54-15. Huge win there.
I was completely wrong on this one. I could not have been more wrong on this. I admit it. I admit it. The Trojans came to play. Yeah, they just controlled the game. And congratulations to Lincoln Trojans on first bowl victory.
Yeah, and
So
congrats to the end of the season for them. It's just been this. We talked about it's a roller coaster
yeah,
all year. It wasn't necessarily a bad year by any means. It was just one of those years.
it's Coach Grimm's first year. So right, he's putting things into place. I look for them to be relevant next year,
Yeah.
after 1 year under their belt and, they're getting putting things together.
Yeah,
So,
we saw all year the offense was there. It's the defense just needed to figure it out. And when they have a game like this, you're gonna win every time.
yep.
So take us away with the next one.
Next game, Laguna Creek versus Stag. Stag drops this one. Uh, Laguna Creek is 64, Stag 41. Stag had the lead, I believe, at halftime. But I think Laguna Creek was just too much this game. Some stats: Dario Dominguez, um, 8 for 18, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Isaac Bunn, 11 carries, 213 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Lance Martin, 4 receptions, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. I
So
mean 41 points is a lot for
yeah,
in general. It's a great game. Just defensively, they just couldn't keep up with Laguna Creek, which is, I mean, it's fine.
yeah,
To me it looked like they threw some guys that are gonna be starters next year potentially, right? Because
hmm
you see no Hinojosa in at quarterback.
Holmes,
Isaac Bunn taking the majority of the carries. So it's just how it was. That's what it looked like for a lot of teams for the bowl games. For
right,
at least ones that we had stats for, it was a lot of maybe sophomores and juniors that are going to be starting next year.
right.
Kimball ends the season off with a win. Technically finished 2-9 on the year. They win this one 20-17 at Pittman. Patterson also ends the year on a win at home, 34-20 over Los Banos. Caden Lozano went 7 for 13, only 71 yards and a touchdown, but that's because it was Jalen Nizol, one of those two, hopefully. 23 carries, 176, and 3 touchdowns. Jace Johnson also had 52 yards on 4 catches through the air. Great bounce back for Patterson.
I think we mentioned it earlier. They're just coming into this league, and VOL was probably hands down the best league in this area. And unfortunately, someone has to end up last in that league. So I think, Patterson is, learning to be,
Be a VOL
learning the
team.
ropes of the be a VOL team.
Yeah.
So,
Eh, yeah.
so
So we're not going to touch on it anymore. Again, they were right there for a lot of their games and just couldn't
right,
get over it.
right.
Also, want a couple more things that on the defensive side that we forgot to shout out. Hayden Drugsma, 4 tackles, 1 sack, 2 picks. Defensively,
Mm,
Patterson had 12 TFLs, and 6 of those were sacks. Just ridiculous game.
yep.
So that wraps up the bowl games that at least our 209 teams played in. So majority won, I believe, besides Stag, was the only team. So congratulations to you guys and another great year under everybody's belt. With that, it's playoff time. We're going to be covering D4 all the way up to D1, starting off with our only Division 4 team in the 209 area, East Union. They finished the year 7-3, and they're going to be at home hosting this one as the 4 seed against Placer. Placer finished the year 6-4 as the 5 seed. Couple of players to look out for on the Placer side. Number 5, Sean Jones. He's averaging around 112 rushing yards a game. Number 2, Chase Rodart, quarterback, 123 passing yards a game. And number 21, Danny Sanchez Harlow with 147 yards per game. I believe that is scrimmage yards. So those 3 guys on the Placer side are going to be looking out for. And for Placer, their best win was actually at home against Laguna Creek. They won that one 49-34.
So I think it's going to be a lot of stopping the run this game for East Union. Hopefully Simone and Braden, these guys can keep it together and play their game. I look for East Union to actually win this game pretty handily.
Yeah.
So I look for them to win by at least 21. Just bring that high-powered offense, and
Yeah, especially now that they're back to full force. I
yes,
hope, we assume
yes,
they're
yes,
going to be back to full force. It might be a quarter of rust that needs to get knocked off just from the bye week and the
right.
injury and everything like that. But yeah, I think this offense, we saw what this offense can be this entire year.
When they're healthy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they still put up pretty close to 30 points without their starting quarterback in, so that just shows like how good this offense is.
Yeah.
So it's going to be exciting to watch them through the Division 4 playoffs. Take us away with D3.
All right, Division 3, we have Ponderosa going to Oakdale. The Corral game, I think it's a Friday night. Players to watch for on Ponderosa side: Colton Ridgely, 141 yards per game passing. Marshall Alvarez, 46 yards per game rushing. And on defense, they've got Tucker Soriano, 7 tackles a game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think VOL's going to do it again. I think our boy Wes just goes.
Yeah.
I think he runs for over 200 yards, does his thing.
I think
and
that three-headed monster that they have, like, it's going to be terrible to stop.
yeah, remember Richard Lopez is out
That's
this
right.
week, so is out. I don't know how long he's out for, but I think Oakdale they'll handle business between Wes and Chase Lopez. They'll get things done. So
Absolutely. Ponderosa's best win this year was at home in a 36-34 win over Casa Roble. They are the number 1 seed in Division 5. So, and that's a very good team. Next up, where majority of our teams are, the Division 2 bracket. 209 teams in Tracy and Manteca will face off, obviously, at Manteca. Manteca's the 1 seed with their perfect year of 10-0. Tracy 5-5 found her way into the 8th spot of Division 2. As much as I hate to say it, I think Manteca comes out and probably puts up 70.
yeah, Nico Juarez will do his thing, and the Manteca, O-line just moves bodies.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I see Manteca winning this one, by maybe 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think about 20 points. So
It's
we'll see. I mean,
it's gonna be good.
know, right? Like,
you never know with the game of, like, with any sport really. Anybody can beat anybody. We could see
Right.
Brady Brown become the best quarterback in high school.
Right. He might have his aha moment, this game.
Yeah.
So you never know. You never know.
In the end, it's going to be great experience to be in an atmosphere like this, especially for, Brady Brown and how young the Tracy team is. Like, going into Manteca, the underdogs, like, you have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
So next up, we're going to talk about it a little bit later with Diego, he mentions it. But St. Mary's Jesuit should be a pretty good one. Jesuit, they are 6-4. St. Mary's obviously 8-2, but their
They're
wins are really good. They took down Oak Ridge at home 24-14, who's obviously the number 2 seed in Division 1, and St. Mary's did lose this game 56-35, but they also beat Rockland at home 20-14. Rockland is the 6th seed in this Division 2 bracket as well. They have really great wins, but they also have some bad losses.
that's they're like the VOL of
Yeah,
Sacramento. I mean, that league is stacked, right? I think you got Folsom, Rockland,
Jesuit,
Jesuit, Whitney. Is Whitney in there?
Del Oro,
Del Oro. I mean,
Oak Ridge.
it's
Yeah, that
just whoever wins that conference usually rolls everyone. And right now, obviously, it's Folsom, right? But like, they're all good, great teams,
hmm
from top to bottom.
Yeah,
So, St. Mary's, they got their work cut out for them. It's a 4 versus 5 seed. So to me, it's anyone's game.
absolutely. It's
You
all it's
know,
always anybody's game, especially in that 4 and 5.
game
Um,
is game is at St. Mary's. You get a point just for being the home team, right? So
absolutely. Oh, yeah,
I think this game's going to be decided by less than a field goal. I think it's going to come down the wire.
yeah. It's good.
So
I would
it's
love
too
to see
close to watch.
I'd love to see a
Yeah,
shootout.
yeah,
That would be great.
yeah. It's a good
Um,
Catholic. It's a good Catholic rivalry. You know.
yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and just to really emphasize on how good that Jesuit league is, the committee really tried to make sure that teams didn't
Mhm.
play their own league in the first round. But this league had so many teams in playoffs, and especially in Division Two. I think they have 4 out of the 8 teams are in their league. Um, and so Rockland and I can't remember who Rockland plays, but those two are just rematching for league
Yeah,
because they
didn't have any choice.
they
Yeah,
can't, no choice.
yeah.
So with our last one in Division Two, Chavez gonna go on the road to Granite Bay. Chavez a perfect 10-0 as well on the year. They're the 7th seed, but they're gonna have a run for their money against Granite Bay, who's Granite Bay's only 7-3. But again, that league is disgusting. Um, it's going to be very tough. And I'm just gonna go out and say this. I think if Chavez wins this, they can win the entire Division Two bracket.
Right. We're rooting for Chavez. I think they do have their work cut out for them. I think they're ready to show everyone who they are. This is a big stage.
hmm
They got to go on the road. I mean, they're going to have to be on the road regardless of what happens every week. But it's a big stage for them. Elijah has 2 years under his belt now, so they just let it fly, and we'll see what happens with these guys.
Yeah,
So
I'm
paying close attention to this game.
that's the game that
Yeah.
I'm the most excited for, I think, in this bracket. I think it's the
Right.
team I'm the most excited for.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree.
So, couple guys to watch for this Granite Bay team. Dominic Catalico, 118 passing yards a game, but the real threat in the backfield, Isaiah Eni, 130 yards a game, Sac State commit. He has been tearing it up this year. So if they can stop the run, they can give themselves a chance.
Those boys up front are going to have to, you know, stop the run game
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
the
of
winner of
Granite
this
Bay.
one will take on the 3 and 6 seed game, Del Oro and Rockland, as those two face off again for the second time this year.
Right.
Um, and so it's gonna be a good bracket.
Yep.
Finally, we got our 2 teams in the Division 1 bracket. I'll take the
Hmm.
first one in Edison and Grant. Both teams 6-4, but 2 completely different 6-4s. That Grant League, of course, is absolutely amazing as well. They play
Mm-hmm.
very great competition, especially their preseason. Obviously, everybody knows about that Folsom game, and how
That was great.
underrated that game really was. But they bounced back the week after and beat this very good Central East team that Edison actually lost to 55-17. They won this one 42-26 at home. They have a couple guys, though, to watch out for. Number 0, Rosario Edwards. Only 74.5 yards a game receiving, but he's been in cahoots with Bama, U of A, ASU, Arkansas, Auburn, schools of those natures.
Wow.
And
Big
another
time
guy
program.
on the defensive
Yeah.
side, I believe he's a sophomore in Julian Bruno, 8.5 tackles a game. But he's talking to Oklahoma State, Sac State, San Diego State, and San Jose State. So it's going to be a very difficult game for Edison. Um, as much as I'd like to cheer them on, I don't know how possible it's going to be for them this week.
Yeah. I think, Grant probably wins by 14 that game.
Yeah.
I don't want to downplay anything, with the Edison team, but Grant is very talented.
Yeah, like
When it comes. So,
Devin and Langdon can only do so much. Langdon can only do so much on both sides of the ball, right?
right.
So it's going to be a good matchup to see, Rosario and Langdon going against each other on
Yeah.
the offensive side of the ball, but I don't know if Edison has the firepower.
Yeah. I agree.
So take us away
So,
with our last one in Division 1.
so last game, Division One, we have the number 7 seeded Central Catholic Raiders, 5-5 record, taking on Oak Ridge, 7-3. Oak Ridge has been fantastic this whole year, with wins over St. Mary's, Jesuit. They are a powerhouse. Unfortunately, they're in the league with Folsom, so they fall prey to them. Players to watch: quarterback Nick Johnson, 118 yards a game passing. Tyler Andujar, 75 yards a game on the ground, and Brian Malloy's 8 tackles per game. Um, Oak Ridge's best wins were against Del Oro and Granite Bay. So. I think Central Catholic's got their work cut out for them. I think if they pull this thing off, they're gonna need a big day from Chase Perino. Otherwise, I just look for Oak Ridge just to
Yeah.
pound the rock and do what Oak Ridge does.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, with how badly Oak Ridge beat St. Mary's and then how badly St. Mary's beat Central Catholic, like how it's gonna be. I don't
right,
want to say this, but it probably will be worse.
yeah, yep. So, but we're rooting for
We are.
we're rooting for
We
Central
always
Catholic.
will.
Yes, yes.
Always will.
So,
All right, before we move on to our final heat check of the pretty much our final heat check of the year, getting towards the end of it, I want to bring you back to Division 2, and I want to ask you, who do you think will win the whole section? Division 2 section.
oh, who I'm picking?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Um, I I think, wow, the whole section, huh? I Man, you sort of put me on the spot, man. Um,
Granite Bay, Manteca.
yeah, no. I'm just like, I haven't really thought about it,
Hmm.
but I mean, I think it's between. I think it's gonna be, if St. Mary's can beat Jesuit, I think it's gonna be the winner of the St. Mary's um Manteca game.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think I think if Manteca, when Manteca win the first game, and if Manteca plays Jesuit, Manteca will roll all the way through. I think Manteca will have a problem if they play St. Mary's, just because St. Mary's has so many different weapons on offense. I think St. Mary's is only susceptible in their secondary. Manteca, lucky for St. Mary's, I'm getting ahead of myself, but Manteca doesn't throw the ball very much, and they'll just have to concentrate on
Uh-huh.
concentrate on the run. But I know that really did answer your question, Drew, but I think it's gonna come
The winner
down to
between the
one of
two.
those two teams.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yes.
I got two teams as well. I
Okay.
think if Chavez can beat Granite Bay, I think they have it.
Okay.
I also think Del Oro can take this. They
Mm.
played a 1-point game on the road to Granite Bay. And I think Granite Bay is a little bit more of a test to Del Oro than Manteca will be. I think Granite Bay is more of a they can attack from multiple angles, if that makes sense. Versus the
Yes.
Manteca is so run heavy. Yes, they have own goal and they can throw the ball, but they lean more run heavy as well. But Granite Bay is a little bit more pass heavy, if I remember correctly. So I have Del Oro actually
Okay.
for this one.
All right. I like it. I like it.
So with that, we'll when we get K-Mud on, we will ask him what he thinks for Division 2.
Okay. Oh, heat check.
We'll move right into heat check.
All right. Let's go.
So heat check number 5, Edison, 6-4. I mean, they're in Division 1 playoffs. They've had their ups and downs of the year. That's who's in our 5.
Okay. At number 4, I have Oakdale. I've got the Mustangs of Oakdale holding strong. They were on a bye last week,
Yeah,
but
finished the year with that loss against Manteca.
Right.
So can't move them down too far.
Nope.
With that, St. Mary's in the 3 spot. They've been winning, and it's really nothing else to say besides, they would be number 1 if these last 2 teams were undefeated.
Right. Number 2, we're going to keep Chavez there. They had a great, game against Stag to finish the year. So they're our number 2 team.
Yep. And as simple as that, Manteca in at the 1 undefeated. Obviously, just talked about the Oakdale game. It's just how it is. Like that's just who they've been all year.
Yep.
Pure domination. So with that, before we hit basketball, let's throw you into our player of the week, John's player of the week, Diego Hernandez. We'll see him right now. Come on. What's up, everybody? We got Diego Hernandez in the house. St. Mary's running back, the senior. He killed it last 2 weeks ago against Lincoln. 27 carries, 231, and got in the end zone 5 times. Absolutely amazing. How are you doing tonight, Diego?
Good. How are you guys?
Great.
Doing great. We've been following you I've been following you for the last 4, all 4 years of your high school career, and all your varsity stuff, just because I went there and everything like that. And I know you've been really handling the run game well.
Yeah.
I know you don't get a ton of carries every night. 27 is your season high, it looks like. But you make the most out of your runs, and it looks really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we mentioned it in one of the podcasts earlier. There's just so many weapons on your team, right? Like anyone, could go off at any time, and it's, I think the staff does a good job of sharing the ball and not knowing where the next score is going to come from. But they leaned on you on Friday night against Lincoln, and you delivered.
Yeah.
I want to see more of the run game. I think we're gonna need more of the run game moving forward in these playoffs, man. You handled it. You're one of the main reasons why they won. The streak continues. What is it, 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah,
20
years.
years. 20
It's
years.
crazy.
So, yeah. So,
yeah.
Drew, you want to
go ahead? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's get right into the questions. Very simple. Like, what does your off season look like?
So this off season coming up is going to be a very important one. Getting ready for college, my first year, my freshman year. So I'm just going to have to work on my speed, work out every day. I get up at 5 a.m. during the off season, go work out with my dad at the gym. And then I get a lift in after school or just at night after I do my homework and stuff, just to get ready and stay ready for the new season.
What did you do last season to prepare? What was your off season like headed to your senior year?
Yeah, so last year it was a lot of the same. Got up 3 or 4 times a week with my dad at 5 to go work out before school. After school, I would do track, and then on the weekends I would go work out with my dad again. So it was just a lot of work, especially during the summer. Every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Speed, strength, lifting, running, everything.
A little bit of everything.
Nice.
Makes sense. How is it for you being able to balance school and football?
I think St. Mary's is really prepared as well, balancing school and football. School comes first, obviously. You got to have the good grades to go to college. So that's a really big task to have. and I feel like I'm doing a good job. I've had above a 3.0 all 4 years, so I think I've been doing a pretty good job handling it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Good, good to hear. What's a typical day and week leading up till game day, starting on probably Monday?
Yeah, so Monday and Tuesdays are going to be our scrimmage days. We're going to go live Monday and
Oh,
Tuesday 2 to 3 times a day to get ready for the Friday for the game, and then Wednesday's a lighter day. No live periods. We're still tuning everything up and getting everything in sync. And then Thursday's just a polish day. If you have any questions or anything, you got to come with your questions and then just get right for Friday night.
And then Saturdays, anything on
Yeah,
Saturdays?
Saturdays, we start with film of the game Friday night, and then after that we have another weight session.
Okay.
and J Rod he's your guys' weight
Yeah,
coach,
yeah, J
right?
Rod stuff.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like J Rod.
Yeah, me
He was
too.
a
Great
great
guy.
interview too. Good, personable person.
Yeah, he's a
But
great guy.
he's
Yeah,
got you guys dialed in.
it's amazing.
What is preparation for you personally on game days? Like, what are you doing as soon as school's out? Like, what are you going home? Are you separating yourself from everyone? Are you going to the weight room? What are you doing?
Yeah, so usually on game days, I have a free D period, so I come home, get all my stuff together, clean my helmet, clean everything, and then after that, every week I got to go to the gas station, get a Red Bull and a 5 hour energy before the game, no matter what.
Okay.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Yeah,
double dipping.
yeah. And then we got to go to mass,
Mm.
and then we got team meal at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Are we changing up the flavors on any of the Red Bulls or your 5 hour energies?
Red Bull is the coconut one, coconut and
Okay.
tropical,
Okay.
Oh,
and then the 5 hour energy one. There's a lot of good flavors. There's some terrible flavors too, though. So I just got to stay away from those ones.
Okay, that makes sense.
all right.
Besides like J-Rod and your dad and anything, do you anybody else outside that's helping you with your diet, your training, anything like that?
Yeah, I go to the factory to work on my feet work and stuff and running back training with
Okay.
Tim over there. So this is my first year going with him, and I liked it. It was really good. He gave me a lot of good tips and
Mhm.
what to do and how to do it.
You going like five days a week?
I
How
would
often?
go 4 days a week.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good
cool.
to hear. Are you meal prepping too? I know a lot of the St. Mary's boys like to meal prep, and they don't like to put a lot of junk in their bodies, right?
Yeah. No, no, I'm not a big meal prepper.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
you're like working out will work itself out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll burn through
As
the
long as I
calories.
stay active.
There we
Okay,
go.
all right, hear
Makes
you. I
sense.
hear you. All
All
right.
right, talk about your boys on offense. Let's hear that O line. Let's hear your guys.
Yeah. So starting with the O line, we got Brody, Damian, AJ, Stump, and then Mason Dunn. They're all
Oh,
great O linemen. Great.
Mhm.
2 weeks ago, Friday night, amazing job blocking for me, and they've been doing an amazing job for me all season. Saturdays usually I bring them candy when I have over 100 yards, or just a good game in general.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah, so those guys are great up front. I love those guys. They're all my
Mhm.
best friends. And
Okay.
then Jaden's a phenomenal quarterback. He could do whatever. He's not the fastest, but he could still get down and get some yards whenever you need him to. And then our receiving core is amazing. We got Ivan, Carter, Kenny, and then Jeremy, our tight end.
hmm
They're all amazing athletes. So we could beat you running the ball if you want to stack the box. We could beat you throwing the ball if you want to play man on us. So we could just do everything as a complete offense.
Yeah, I again, we've kind of been talking about that a lot this year. Like you guys can attack from 100 different ways and score. Every single person on the field can score, and that
Yeah,
makes it so nice for you guys.
All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You got any game day superstitions?
Like I said, the Red Bull and the 5 hour
Okay.
energy drink every day
Yeah.
or every Friday,
hmm
and then just gotta listen to music before when we're getting ready activation,
Okay.
and then just
Are
music.
you a like a slow music? Are you like a pump up music type of guy?
I'm an R&B guy.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
chill,
hmm
get my mind right.
Makes sense. So
Yeah,
we've heard a lot.
yeah.
Who's a mentor in your life?
My dad for sure. My dad's been with me every step of the way, working out with me, just taking me everywhere, the camps and stuff to get seen, 7-on-7. He's done everything for me, so I really appreciate him.
Yeah, I get, we get videos from your dad every week, and
Yeah,
he's bought into it. We love that, right?
Hmm.
Like
yeah,
the most successful athletes we find are the ones whose mom or dad are really vested in, all in to their
yeah,
kids,
yeah.
experience, right? And he's really, he's been a big proponent for you.
Yeah.
So
He's
we
definitely,
appreciate, him sending us stuff.
yeah, he's
So
definitely all in for me, and I really appreciate him.
that's
Yeah, it's
good
been
to hear.
great.
Good to hear.
So you talked about track a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
Is that the only other sport that you play?
yeah. That's the only sport I really do.
Okay. And then just as simple as possible, how does it translate into football?
Literally everything.
Yeah.
The running, how to run properly,
Mhm.
um, just explosion, lateral movement, everything. It translates very well to football.
What do you run for track?
I do the 100 and the 200.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. When did you start playing football?
I started playing when I was 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here's the follow-up question because I always
Okay.
ask, where did you play? What Pop Warner team were you playing?
Okay.
Get shot
So
out to who you
there's
played for?
there's a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
My dad wouldn't let me play with the same team for more than 1 year. So
Wow.
there's a lot of teams.
You got put back in the draft.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds
So
like.
so my first year I played for the Milpitas Knights. And
Okay.
then after that, I went to the San Jose Spartans. And then I played spring football for the UIA Ducks. And then I moved out here, played the Tracy Rampage, the Tracy Volunteers, the Mountain House Mustangs.
Mm.
And then my last 2 years, I played with the Junior Rams. So that was the
Oh,
first
okay.
time I ever played on the same team 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tracy team, that's where Brady Brown played at too, right? Drew, was that?
I'm not too sure.
I
Well, he's a
believe
couple years
so.
younger than he's a
Yeah.
sophomore. He's the
Sophomore.
quarterback. A couple years younger than you. I think he had said that.
One
Said
of
that as
one of the two
well.
Tracy teams. I do remember. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Anybody that you model your game after?
Um, there's a lot of guys that are doing really good right now. I would say Ashton Genty, of course,
Mhm.
just the low power back, speedy back, the center of gravity. He could do it all, and it's phenomenal running back. So I just model my game after him.
And you're not crouching down like the other backs, right? You've got the
Yeah,
Genty
no,
stand up and
I
go.
stand straight up. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Favorite all-time athlete?
I gotta go Bo Jackson.
Oh,
Hey, I think that's
wow.
our
2
second
weeks in a row.
2 week. Yeah, I was gonna say 2 weeks in
Yeah.
a row, Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
All my youth years, I worked 34 for Bo Jackson.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
That is cool. Okay. What is your favorite game that you've
Uh,
personally been a part of?
It's hard
last
not to
week.
say the Lincoln game.
Yeah.
My JV year too as well. I played against West. I had 200 rushing yards, 100 receiving yards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a fun game for sure. And I think I had 3 or 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
Was Jaden your quarterback JV year?
It was Devin.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
Oh, wow.
right.
Okay.
It was
That's
Okay.
Devin.
right. That's
I
right.
forgot. Yeah, it was
That's
good.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
right.
It was an interesting and fun year that year.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for
There was
sure.
a lot of fireworks going on that year. Thing. I remember that very specifically. All right. Favorite sports moment you've seen, either in person or on TV?
I'm gonna go with the Minneapolis Miracle.
Okay.
Okay.
I was watching that game live.
Yep.
I remember telling my dad, "There's no way the Vikings win this game." Right when I'm telling him that, I turn and look at the TV, and Stephon Diggs is running to score 60-yard, 50-yard touchdown.
All right.
Oh yeah. I just remember hearing the crowd like blow up. You can
Yeah.
barely hear the commentator.
It was
Oh
crazy.
my goodness, that was insane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay. We're gonna talk a little bit about recruiting. We heard that you went to visit Laverne.
Yeah.
And you got your offer down there as well.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that. How was your experience and everything?
It was a really good experience. They showed us around campus. The campus is a really small and homey environment. Everybody knows everybody. So it was just really nice. The coaches, they have a great coaching staff. They just got a new coach this year. His name's Coach Sanchez. He coached at Cardinal Newman.
Okay.
So he's a really great guy. I talked to him this weekend, and then the coach who gave me the offer was Coach Owens, the quarterback coach. So he's a really good guy. I like him a lot. My cousin's good. My cousin goes there right now too. He's a quarterback.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
Keep it in the family. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. It was just a really great visit. It was a really nice campus, and I really liked it.
That's amazing. It's amazing to hear.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, our
So-
last question before we hit our rapid fire. We know you got playoffs this week. Jesuits coming up.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys feeling?
We feel good. Jesuits a good team. They're not no slouch, so we got to prepare really well this week. They have a good front seven, so our O-line has a challenge this week. But I got faith in them. I feel like we can do it, and I feel like we come out of there with a dub.
Absolutely. It's going to be exciting to see a lot of great playoff games.
I want to see that Manteca St. Mary's battle for 209.
Oh yeah.
Matchup.
Yeah.
There's
we're coming to make a statement this year for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to hear.
All righty.
All right.
Pretty much the last thing. We're going to run right into our rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen them before, but anywhere from a sentence to a word. If there's a question that you'd like to expand on, go ahead. But majority we're looking for a word to a sentence.
Okay.
Cool. First off, you like running between the tackles, or are you running around a little sweep outside handoff?
In between tackles.
Okay.
All right. If you could have any quarterback in history giving you a handoff, who is it?
I gotta go prime MVP Cam Newton.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna add another one to that. If you can run behind any O-line group in history, who would you run behind?
The Eagles O-line last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Like it.
All right. Pump up song before the game.
I don't know. I'm not too big of a pump up guy.
Okay. What's your go-to
Yeah.
R&B song?
R&B. Heartbreak Anniversary by Giveon.
Okay, that is a great song. That's a
Great
great song. It's a great song. Okay. Besides Lincoln, biggest rival school.
I say the 4 years I was at St. Mary's would be Dale South.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Favorite post-game snack or meal?
Has to be In-N-Out, right?
Right.
Yeah,
that's just the place. It's just
Yeah.
the place.
It's
The
either
place to
In-N-Out
go.
or Chipotle, but I think everyone is In-N-Out because
In-N-Out.
it's right around the corner from school,
It's
right?
right
It's
there.
like it's
Yeah.
easy. So
All right. Who's the toughest defense that you've had to face this year?
I would probably say Dale South.
Yeah.
okay. One word to describe your playing style.
Physical.
Okay.
Okay.
Gloves, no gloves.
Game, gloves, practice, no gloves.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What is your favorite highlight from this season so far?
The Lincoln game.
Yeah. Just the whole thing. Yeah.
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 The whole package.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. And last one. If you weren't playing running back, where would you play?
I had my glory days at linebacker last year, so let's go linebacker.
Back to linebacker. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That makes sense. All right. Before we send you off, we got a announcement for everybody as well. Congratulations, you've won our John's Player of the Month for October as well. So congratulations, you got Player of the Week. You win Player of the Month as well. Get yourself a free sandwich over there at John's.
Oh,
Stop
okay.
by. Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank
Tore it
you.
up. Yeah.
Thank
5
you, Diego.
touchdowns, 231. It was amazing.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Have a day this weekend. Yeah.
I got you
Have
guys.
one on
Absolutely.
Friday.
Can't wait.
All right.
Can't wait to watch. And with that, we say thank you for joining us. We got a busy week and everything. So good luck again for Friday. Can't wait to watch.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Diego.
We'll see you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. After that amazing interview with Diego Hernandez, and yes, we added K-Bud. We swapped swapped them out for each other as we get into this basketball section. It's going to be our top 10 to start off the year. pretty simple. Alvin, explain how we got to our top 10.
Okay, so we added the top 10 preseason rankings, and this is not something that we came up with ourselves. Essentially, how we came to these rankings is we interviewed 10 area coaches, sent out a poll to them, and asked them, how would you rank, be honest, how would you rank the top 10 teams in the area? There were some other teams that got votes, but what was very interesting is all these coaches were really on point, and they were about 1 to 2 places off with each team. There wasn't a big discrepancy. Someone didn't go 5 and then number 10. All of them are really, really close to each other. So that was pretty impressive that the coaches are all really in tune what's going on with what this area with basketball. And the reason why we asked them is, number one, all of them are returning coaches in some capacity from last year. If they were an assistant, if they were a head coach this year, maybe they were assistant last year and got a job as a head coach. That was number one. So they know who the kids are rolling in. They know who graduated. They know who left. Number two, they all saw each other during summer league. In summer league, you play everyone, right? And so they have a pulse on what's going on and who is who leading into this season. So I really did rely on the coaches in the area, and I want to thank each and every one of them who helped me put this together this preseason. So with that being said, moving forward, we will run the rankings ourselves based on who they're playing, where they're playing at, point differential. The power rankings will be based on that. So I guess without further ado, we're gonna start with our number 10 team. Go ahead, Drew.
Yeah, super easy. In at number 10, it's gonna be Tracy. Karsten, take us away.
Last year they went 17-11, and they went 4-8 in league. There was some key opponents they have coming up this year. That'd be Ripon Christian, Modesto Christian, Lincoln, and Natomas.
Tracy is in the league with probably the most talented teams, and I'm going to say it in the section, in Northern California. I think TCal is probably the strongest league in Northern California. Modesto Christian, Lincoln, Lodi, St. Mary's. These guys are all they're big players in the past and last year. So I think we're very well represented in this area.
Absolutely. In at number 9, Central Catholic out of the VOL. Alvin, take us away.
All right, Central Catholic, the Raiders. Had a good, talk to Coach Mike Wilson over there. He stated we got a good core returning, led by VOL MVP Jordan Magana, who's been a 4-year varsity starter, and guard Amari Waterford, last year first team VOL. They have a couple of new players they've added to the program that will make an impact. In addition to the 2 players that I mentioned, Zach Ishmael and Colin Benninger from last year's VOL championship team will make an impact. Overall, they are 17-12 last year. Last year, they also went 11-1 in league. Their only loss was to Mountain House. They were the co-champs of the VOL league. This year, their key opponents include Los Gatos, the Santa Cruz tournament, Grigori, and Mountain House.
Yeah. And at the 8, it's going to be the other VOL co-champ in Mountain House. Karsten.
Last year their overall record was 18-11, and they're also 11-1 in league, co-champs with Central Catholic, as well as their only loss was to Central Catholic. Some of their key opponents this year would be Lincoln, De La Salle, Ripon Christian, and of course Central Catholic.
Yeah, Mountain House is a very talented team. I believe they have a new coach this year. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're taking on some of the big dogs, with Lincoln and De La Salle. So, those will be good non-conference matchups heading into the year.
Yeah, real testers
Mhm.
heading into league and everything for them, and then slowly into playoffs in
Yeah.
4 months, whenever it is.
Yes.
And at the 7th spot, St. Mary's.
All
Alvin.
right. This is the Rams. According to Coach Scooter Bloom, the St. Mary's basketball team returns 8 seniors and 9 varsity players, bringing valuable experience into the new season. With a challenging non-league schedule ahead, the Rams are ready to compete in I think the Northern California's toughest leagues. St. Mary's is led by senior guard Jaden Hingston, who averaged 11.7 points a game last year as a junior. Um, Last year was a down year for the Rams. Um, 12-16 overall, and league play 4-8. Key opponents this year will be Franklin L. Grove, Granite Bay, Camp Alindo, who's always a tough team out of the Bay, East Bay,
Mhm.
Modesto Christian, and Lincoln. I think St. Mary's, they had 2 transfers from Modesto Christian come over, um, Jackson Limbrick and Caden Vales. They're both sophomores, so they won't make a splash because I believe they both have 30-day sit period because they are transfers.
Mhm.
And I think Jackson is playing football right now, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But I look for them to make an impact when they step on the court, when league starts. Um, but yeah, we got the Rams holding steady at number 7.
In at 6, Edison, with their new head coach, Jason Paul. Karsten.
Their overall record last year was 19-13, and they were 5-2 in league and they placed third place in their league.
We don't really know what to expect out of this Edison team, especially with the late season. I wouldn't say late season, but the late coaching change before the season began. Coach JP was an assistant at Lincoln before this, so he's studied under Coach Matthews over there. I do look for Edison to be competitive this year. But it is, coach's first year at the helm. So we'll see, what Lincoln or what keep on saying Lincoln, what Edison has to offer.
And at the 5
Mhm.
spot, Venture Academy.
Okay, Venture Academy is an interesting program with what's going on. I believe they were in either Division 4 or 5, and they had not only won their conference, I want to say 3 years in a row. Very dominant in their program, right? And I do believe they won a section title, but they decided to go independent this year. A lot of people are unaware what being independent is, and it's just they make their own schedule. They can play anyone from any division who will play them. So they'll play some D1 schools, some D2 schools, some D4 schools. I'll be honest with you, I am unaware on how they qualify for the playoffs. So I'm hoping to have Coach Eric King here to better explain that for us. And he did tell me he would love to be on our show. Moving forward, Coach King says the boys are excited for the season to get underway and to take on an independent schedule. We know the competition will be tough, but this group is ready to embrace the challenge. They have a veteran team led by upperclassmen, and we're looking forward to competing at a high level. The leadership will come from such players, 5 seniors: Jabril Lewis, Jaden Akuva, Justin Barnett, Lee Wiggins, and Delani Boggy, who set the tone for the program over every day. Overall, last year their record was 22-9. They won the Central California Athletic League last year, going undefeated. Um, Key opponents this year: Natomas out of Sacramento. They're in the Modesto Christian tournament. I think that's going to be very important. Then we're going to be able to see their
How they
talent
stack
level.
up for
Yep,
sure.
and how they stack up
Mm-hmm.
with the big boys, right?
Yep.
And Bayer. They will be playing Bayer this year. So, interesting season, interesting story going on at Venture Academy this year.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Alvin, I'm going to throw this one right back to you. Talk to us about the 4 spot in Lodi.
All right, we got the Lodi Flames. They were third place team last year behind Minnesota Christian. Lodi is starting 12 seniors this year. All 12 players will be seniors this year. According to Jason Hint, Lodi is a rare 12-player senior-led squad with no underclassmen. They'll be led by the twins, Sean and Drew Tates, who are also football players.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Butler, Noah Munoz, and Jonas Carrington. But all 12 seniors will be a key factor in keeping legs fresh and playing up-tempo basketball. Lodi will rely on their physical defensive style of play and do their best to own the glass. If shots are falling, this group can compete with everyone in the section. Teams sleeping on Lodi might find themselves in trouble when the final horn sounds. Lodi is a very physical team. They are big, they're strong, they bang around. This is a typical coach hit led team. For those of you that don't know,
Mm-hmm.
Coach Hit coached at Manteca. This is the second year at Lodi. I coached at Manteca before this. Won league titles at Manteca. Very successful coach. And he's got, this is a talented group moving forward. So they will give everyone a run for their money. They don't have I looked at their schedule. They do not have a cupcake schedule. They are playing Folsom, who won Division One last year, De La Salle, Clayton Valley Charter, and Sheldon. And Sheldon's always a good powerhouse out of Elk Grove. So don't sleep on Lodi this year. I think they're going to surprise some people. I'm not going to be surprised because I know what to expect out of them, but a lot of people will be surprised as to what to see this next
Absolutely.
year.
Absolutely. And at the 3 spot, SJ2A champs, Western Ranch, Karsten.
To start off, we have a season outlook from the coach, Eddie Menzel. It says, this year's team has a good balance of experience and youth. We're hopeful that the leadership from Francois Senegal, DeMarcus Cobb, Jeremiah Owens, and sophomore Keith Lavignog can get the younger guys up to speed and prepared to play at high level. And some key additions they have is Romella Brunn, Limar Finney, Isaiah Evans, and Leif Modal. And last year they won the SJ2A, as Drew said. They went 20-13 and 7-0 in league last year. This year's opponents are Destiny Christian, Tarkanian Classic, invite only teams. They play Edison and Modesto Christian.
So I want to ask you, Karsten,
Mm.
do you know who the Tarkanian Classic is named after? Drew, do you know?
I don't.
Okay. This is why I'm here.
You're gonna have to give him a
Some old
5-second
guys.
countdown.
Just,
Bye.
just old head. I don't know.
Okay.
Couldn't tell you.
Jerry Tarkanian, Tark the Shark, right? So he was a coach at UNLV. The Running Rebels, probably one of the best NCAA teams that has ever played. Stacy Ogman, Anderson Hunt. Oh gosh, I'm blanking on a bunch of those guys. Oh, Grandmama was on that team. Anthony Ackles was on the team. Anyway, Larry Johnson. So, anyways, he was their coach, and he was a gentleman with no hair, and he would always bite down on a towel. Always
Oh.
bite down on a towel, right? So his logo, if you look at the logo for the Tarkanian Classic, it's in Las Vegas, is him with the towel in his mouth. Now, he did leave amid controversy and went to Fresno State.
Whoa.
So he coached at Fresno State for, I want to say maybe 3 to 4 years. I can't remember offhand, but that is Jerry Tarkanian. He is a legend in the college basketball world.
Okay.
So
Hmm. Good to know.
this is an invite only tournament. So it's the top teams in the United
Mm-hmm.
States go to loaded with scouts. You can't just pay your money and show up. Pay to
Right.
play.
Yeah,
So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So
absolutely.
Thank you.
So
all
we're gonna
right.
throw these last two over to you, Alvin. We're at the 2 spot. It's gonna be Lincoln.
All right. The Lincoln Trojans, they were the second place in TCAL, 10-2 record. Both losses came to Modesto Christian last year. They got to the championship game last year, the California championship game, and lost to who, Karsten?
Folsom?
Nope.
No,
Oh no.
Nope.
I know this one.
Yeah. Hold on.
Dude,
He
Wait. Oh,
his
Sierra Canyon.
There you go.
there you go.
Yeah,
There
there
you
you
go. With who? Who's on that team?
go. Bryce James.
Okay, so who was sitting courtside?
LeBron.
LeBron was sitting courtside, and I felt like that had a big outcome on that game, right? Anyways, yes. So this is the Lincoln team. They are. They don't have. They lost two main pieces, both going to, playing at the next level. With Anthony Moore and Donnez Lindsay departing to the next level. The Trojans will now look to seniors Jagger Mariola and center Dylan Fanucchi. Jagger is listed as a shooting guard.
Really?
Max Prep. Uh, Carson, as you know, no, not.
No, he doesn't play
Let,
like.
let me rephrase that. Jagger can play anywhere on the court. He can play
Yeah.
one, two, three,
Yes.
four,
Yeah.
five. I mean, this guy is unreal. I coached him for a little bit when we were at Port City, and to this day, I will tell you, nobody has a motor like that kid has. Relentless.
Hmm.
I could only
Yeah.
imagine him in the weight room too, right? Like
Oh geez.
just bench pressing and and doing
Hmm.
cleans and just throwing the barbell across the room. Like that guy he's intense,
Yeah,
and you need those
Hmm.
guys.
I remember
Yeah.
watching that state championship last year, and I was like, "Does this kid get off the court?" Because
No,
he's involved in every single play that they do, and he doesn't get a break.
and the way that he gets off the court is if he's in foul trouble,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he is he's a special player. Now I will tell you, do not forget about, and everyone in our section knows about him, as sophomore Kenny Simmons III, also known as Trey Simmons. Probably one of the most is going to be one of the most talented kids to come out of this area.
Hmm.
Trey, he was fantastic as a freshman last year, and he is going to fill the shoes of those who have left. He could play 1 through 5 as well, which is crazy to me. He is talented enough. He's listed at 6'4", 194 pounds. He's got the skill set of a guard, yet he is big enough and to bang down low with the best of them. I think Trey has a verbal from UOP as he got it his freshman year, I think,
Hmm.
Carson, when he was a
Yeah.
freshman year finishing up. So
Yeah. I remember that.
last year, like I said, they lost to um, the D1 state championship to Sierra Canyon, lost by 5. Uh, Coach Matthews says, I really love how hard this team competes. Every day they strive to get better. We're excited to see what they'll look like when playoff time comes. Yeah, and Lincoln plays a very hard, they've always played a tough non-conference schedule. Teams include Bellarmine out of San Jose,
Oof.
the San Joaquin Memorial, Fresno, Torrey Pines tournament, which was we in San Diego, and Clovis North tournament down in Fresno. So Lincoln is holding strong. I mean, it's you know they're right there. They're right there. Until they can beat the number one team I think that's why they're number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. And with that, we've talked about this number 1 team throughout and throughout. They host the tournament, Modesto Christian.
All right, MC Modesto Christian is our number 1 team. Last year they were 12-0, perfect in league. They got to the D1 San Joaquin section title game and lost to Folsom in the championship game. Karsten,
Mhm.
Drew, you could probably answer this too. There was a player who stepped up on the court who pretty much, for Folsom. I
Awesome.
don't know
Oh, wait.
who came and played and actually played quite well in that game and actually helped them win the championship. His defense was pretty good that game. Any idea?
Oh, is he a football player?
Yes.
Oh, it was Ryder Lions.
Yes, it
I
was
actually
Ryder
didn't know
Love.
that. Wow. I
Really?
actually,
You go back and watch the tape. Ryder did play in that game.
Hmm. Is
wow.
he playing? Do you know if he's playing this year?
I don't know. I would venture to guess maybe not,
I would say probably
with
Yeah,
not.
his
because
NIL money on the line.
you're right.
Modesto Christian is a team that is led by junior transfer Sincere Hudson, formerly of Intercom High School in Sacramento. Also, 6'5" guard junior Elijah Payne and junior guard Trevor Dixon will no doubt make a difference this year. Dixon averaged 10.8 points last year as a sophomore. So,
Yeah.
according to new coach, because their past coach Bryce had left, is gone, and he is coaching at Modesto Junior College. New head coach, Coach Chris Stevens. The team is really connected this year. We lost a few kids due to transfers, which has allowed for clarity of roles and some kids to take a big jump. Only one senior, so this kind of culture could carry over. Practice intensity has been on 100 out of 100 so far. So with the number 1 team uh, this year is Modesto Christian. That rounds out our top 10. Um, Other teams just want to go off. Like I said, we had other teams that got votes in the top 10 this year. I believe it was East Union and I can't remember the other. Oh, Bear Creek were other teams that got votes into the top 10. Um, and that wraps it up.
Yeah. And that also wraps up the episode. So we thank all of you guys for listening all the way through. Again, another lengthy one, but we're covering 2 different sports just for the next couple of weeks. So they're going to be a little bit longer until it's just basketball season. And there's going to be a little bit of a change to the show, to the flow of how everything goes. With that, we say thank you for watching all the way through. Share this with everybody. You guys know we'll see you next week.
See ya.